Alright guys, so roughly 8 months ago I made an alternative fan-made story about Broly on this channel, which involved Lord Beerus and the Grand Priest. And guys, part 1, part 2, and lastly part 3 got a crazy amount of love and support from you guys. I just don't have the words to say how much this means to me. Thank you guys all so much, man. I truly appreciate every single one of you. Without you guys, this would never be possible. Thank you guys all so much. And so guys, with that, I was heavily being requested to make part 4. And guys, today is that day. This is part 4 of that story. And guys, now part 4 begins. So now as Broly is still powered up right in front of Lord Beerus, Goku looks at Whis and he says, "Whis, how did he come back? How did he emotionally come back to life?" And then Vegeta says, "Why did the Grand Priest train him?" And then Whis says, "Goku, Vegeta, I don't exactly know why." Then Goku says, "Whis, you said Yamoshi was one of the top 5 strongest fighters in the entire multiverse. So how did Yamoshi lose his life? What was strong enough to take him out?" And then Vegeta also says, "How could something truly horrible happen to him when he was that strong? How did Yamoshi lose his life?" Then with a shock on his face, Whis says, "Yamoshi's life was taken by something or someone stronger than him." Then Vegeta says, "So another one just like him?" And Whis says, "Yes, Vegeta, someone just like him, but stronger, much stronger." And guys, now Goku, Vegeta, and Whis can see that Broly is walking towards Lord Beerus. And as he's right in front of Lord Beerus, he says, "Beerus, show me the power of a god." And then in anger and frustration, Lord Beerus powers up and he attacks Broly directly. And at that very moment, from far away, Whis sees something very strange. And then he also notices that the staff that he's holding is shaking. Now with confusion on his face, Whis keeps on watching the battle with Goku and Vegeta. And as Lord Beerus is still fighting Broly, now all of his punches and attacks are landing directly on Broly. Broly cannot dodge even a single one. It's having a massive effect on Broly, and his destruction energy blasts are damaging Broly heavily. And after a while, Broly is struggling to even stay on his feet from all the damage that Lord Beerus caused him. Then after a few seconds, Broly falls down to his knees. And with that, Lord Beerus walks up to him and he says, "That's what you wanted, right? To see the full power of a god. How does it feel?" And now from far away, as Goku, Vegeta, and Whis are watching everything, suddenly Vegeta notices that there is shock and fear on Whis' face. Then Vegeta says, "Whis, Lord Beerus is winning. What's wrong?" And then Whis looks at Vegeta and he says, That's what's wrong." And then Goku says, "Whis, what do you mean?" And then Whis says, "This fight is already over. It was over before it even began." And with a shocked and terrified look on his face, Whis just stays silent. And now on the battlefield, as Broly is still on his knees, he says, "It's a shame, Beerus. It's really a shame. In the history books it said you lived until you were 600 million years old. But I can rewrite that history here and now." And right after Broly says that, Goku and Vegeta can see that Broly is somehow healing himself. Slowly and slowly, all the damage is going away from Broly's body. And with that, right now Broly has no damage on him anymore. It's like nothing even happened. And with that, in the battlefield, Broly stands up. So with that, right now there's nothing but shock and fear on Lord Beerus' face. And he says, "What did you do?" And now both Goku and Vegeta can see that Whis, for some reason right now, is breathing heavily. Then in the blink of an eye, he starts disappearing and reappearing. Then Lord Beerus also notices what is happening to Whis, and in shock and fear he says, "Whis, when did you do this?" Then Whis replies back, "Right before you attacked him." And now Broly looks directly at Lord Beerus and he says, "Beerus, you're not on your knees." And then Lord Beerus says, "Who are you to order me?" And then Broly says, "Who am I? I hold the power of life and death over you, Beerus." And just as Broly says that, he appears right in front of Lord Beerus' face. And then he puts his hand right through Lord Beerus' chest. With that, blood is coming out of his chest and his mouth. And he says, when did you... Now there is nothing but shock on Goku and Vegeta's faces. They cannot believe what just happened. And they could also see that Whis is still appearing and disappearing. As Broly still has his hand through Lord Beerus' chest, suddenly he takes it out. And now everyone can see his lifeless body falling on the ground. As Lord Beerus' body is on the ground, Goku and Vegeta suddenly see that Broly is tapping his feet on the ground 3 times. Then there is a huge flash of light. With that, everything goes back in reverse. Broly has turned back time, and now time has been turned back to when Lord Beerus was first powering up before attacking Broly. In absolute fear, Lord Beerus realizes what just happened. Then he takes a few steps back, and from far away, Whis says, Yamoshi purposely allowed Lord Beerus to attack Broly. But before Broly was even touched by Lord Beerus, Yamoshi turned back time and took the life of Lord Beerus. He did it so fast, I was having a hard time tracking it. And now Vegeta says, Whis, why is he doing this? What's the meaning behind all this? And Whis says, Lord Beerus is a god. And Yamoshi wanted Lord Beerus to feel absolutely powerless. As Broly is right in front of Lord Beerus, he says, to be a god, you just have to make people believe you are one with fear. That's what you gods do. And right after Broly says that, for some reason he closes his eyes. He opens it back up and then looks up. And then he just disappears. And then he appears in the world of the Omni King. With that, right now he is right in front of the Grand Priest. All this time the Grand Priest was watching everything. As Broly is now right in front of the Grand Priest, he sees that the Grand Priest has his hand extended forward and it's aimed directly at him. And now Broly says, all you gods create and destroy whatever you want, whenever you want, in the blink of an eye. You gods use us mortals as puppets. You all use our loved ones and the ones that we care for as a sacrifice to get what you want. And then the Grand Priest says, you know that was the only way. And then Broly replies back, that wasn't the only way. In front of my eyes I saw them 1,000 times in 1,000 lifetimes. They're nothing but a sacrifice to you all. I had the power to save them all, but I was made powerless. You gods and angels, the rules only apply when you want them to. But you made a mistake. In order to stop me and destroy me, you all had to create me again. But then I learned what was going on. I learned what you all were doing. And then Broly smiles and says, and yes, you all destroyed me. Well, at least my body. But you could not destroy or erase my power. And most importantly, knowledge. So what are you waiting for? Go on, destroy Broly's body. You know what will happen if you do. The wish that I made will automatically be granted. And you know it will change everything. And now the Grand Priest puts his hand down. And with that, Broly smiles, and then he disappears from the world of the Omni King. After that, he appears back on Earth. Once again, he is right in front of Lord Beerus and the others. And when he comes back, he just stays silent. And out of nowhere, all of a sudden, Whis' staff on his hand starts glowing and shaking. And what Whis is seeing now is Yamoshi's past. But the things that he's seeing now, he did not see it before. And now Whis says Yamoshi's heart isn't full of pain and anger. Because at the end, he found out the truth. His family and loved ones didn't have to lose their lives. They didn't have to become the sacrifice. There was another way, and that is Yamoshi himself, because somehow he already had the divine power within him from another version of himself in a different timeline, but he did not know that he had this power within him and how to awaken this power. He had no memory of anything. Yamoshi has seen his family die 1,000 times in 1,000 lifetimes. He has been stuck in an endless loop. He has been trapped in eternity. And as Broly's looking down, he says, there is more, Whis. You are wrong. And Whis says, yes, I was wrong. It wasn't just because of Lord Beerus awakening Yamoshi's power and memories inside of Broly that gave us access to new hidden events from Yamoshi's past that we did not see before. It was because of something else, someone else that is here with us right now. It was a connection between two sources of similar, unfathomable power being here at the same place at once. That interfered and broke through the flow of timelines and all realities. That is why we were able to see new hidden events from Yamoshi's past. And just as Whis says that, Broly looks down and he closes his eyes. After that, all of a sudden, the entire planet Earth is turning dark. It's like day is becoming night. And now in shock, Goku says, wait, did someone summon Shinron? And now all of a sudden, Broly just starts looking around. And then he looks at Lord Beerus and he says, the son of Yazan. And now there's nothing but shock on the face of Lord Beerus. And he says, that's my father. How do you know that name? But Broly does not say anything else. He just stays silent. And then Broly looks directly at where Goku, Vegeta, and Whis are standing. And then he smiles and says, Vegeta, I guess your father King Vegeta was right when he said you would rule this universe. Vegeta, the second god of destruction of Universe 7. And then Broly looks directly at Goku, but he does not say anything for a while. He just stays silent, and then Whis, Vegeta, and Lord Beerus notice that there's nothing but anger on the face of Broly. Then suddenly he says, You did this to me. I never wanted any of this. I am only this way because of you. You trapped me in eternity. You took them away from me, your future self. You did this to me, Kakarot. And with that now, Lord Beerus, Goku, and Vegeta, they're in absolute shock. And then Goku says, What? I did this to you? And right after Goku says that, there's a huge flash of light. And with that, right now the Super Dragon Balls are hovering over Earth. And in the blink of an eye, Broly summons the Super Dragon. And Whis in shock says he actually summoned Super Shenron. And then Vegeta asks Broly, What are you doing? What do you want from us? And Broly says, Everything. Everything that was taken away from me, I want it back. And I will take it back. Then I will destroy you, Kakarot. Then Broly looks up at Super Shenron and he says, Zalama, it's time, my friend. Anyways, you guys, that is about it. That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. And this is not the end of the story. I have a part 5 for you guys. So if you guys want to see that, give this video a huge thumbs up. That's how I'll know if you guys want it or not. And if you guys are brand new to this channel, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you guys all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And have a blessed day, my friends.